Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Um, I'm back with a new video. In all honesty, I'm trying to distract myself a little bit. I think I've made it pretty clear on social media and in some videos that I'm supporting the Palestinians, and yeah, again, what's happening there, I don't even know how to put that in words. Anyway, um, again, I'm having a very hard time concentrating on anything. And I've said I'm also having a hard time really reading in this moment. But some new decks came in this month. They were ordered before all this happened. um, anyway, I wanted to play a little bit and show you what I got, and then what has come in new, how I'm working with it, at least with some, because with others I still have not really an idea. Okay, let's start with this one. Because actually, okay, this is the Raven's Prophecy. I think this is very well known, right? I started reading the books, and I was in book 4, I think halfway, and that was October 6th. I went to bed. I was planning to read the next day, and well, okay, I don't need to say more, right? I haven't picked up that book since, you know. I'm hoping I can be concentrated enough to finish that book, because then I'm by the end of the series, right? I don't think this deck really needs any kind of introduction, right? I know that some people see this as a Halloween deck. I don't. I really don't. I can understand with the orange and the black or something, you know. But again, if you know the books, the orange is about Genzi's car. The only thing well, it's not a problem, but I like to pair my decks, you know. And for the life of me, I cannot find an oracle, you know, that I love, that I'm like, oh yeah, that this will pair great, you know. I know, I've seen, I did a search. A lot of people will pair it with the Halloween oracle because they pick up this deck during this period. And the only reason I picked it up during this period was because, well, my Amazon had a sale. So it has been in my wish list for quite some time. And because a lot of people use it for Halloween, I was a little bit like, yeah, but, you know, I'm not really doing Halloween. So is this something for me? And I think I started to read the books. I think I read the first one before I actually got the deck in, you know. So I have an idea how I want to work with it, but it also, I think, will depend on what kind of oracle I would want to pair with it. I did do my etching because, well, that needed to be black. So yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I like the deck. I like what I'm seeing. I like the books. Well, again, I'm 3.5 books in. Yeah. I need to finish the last one. I cannot concentrate. So I don't know how I will be using this deck. Again, because I do like, I think certain oracles can bring a certain deck into focus in a sense of how I would like to use them. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, anyway, this is the Raven's Prophecy. So I don't have a deck that I want to show with it because, again, I have no clue. I don't know yet. Okay, let's put this aside. Okay, come on. Yes. One deck that I did a walkthrough of and that I'm actually really enjoying in this time, in this time period, you know, is of course the Landback Tarot of Auntie K. I am really blessed. I got this from Miss Liz from West Star Tarot when she did her amazing declutter series. I had so much fun watching that those series. I don't know if any of you saw it. You should definitely see it. If you love somebody who is decisive and well, it's really honest, you know, about herself, about what she's using and whatnot. Because again, I don't like these videos that are clickbait, that they do a declutter, they have like 300 decks and they get rid of 3. That is not a declutter. um, but again, she was precisive. If I'm not mistaken, I think she got 3 or 4 shopping bags, you know, full of decks, if it was not more. Anyway, she was willing to part with the Landback Tarot, and I jumped on it. This is one of the decks that's been on my list for quite some time. You know, the unicorn deck, you think you're not gonna get it, and then you get lucky. I got really, really, really lucky. What did I want to say? I lost my train of thought. Like I said, I was just really lucky, you know. This was a deck I found out about, and then it was already out of print, you know. So yes, her Oracle of Colonization, which she describes in the book as, it can also be seen as a shadow arcana. So because that is the case, I actually put it in the deck. I want to work with all of it because even though, and again, no disrespect. Okay, this one is not so bad, but there are some in the Oracle that don't really feel like the same kind of art style as the tarot, you know. But her keywords are so amazing for them, you know, that I feel like, see, this one, it's okay, but there are some that I feel a little bit like they clash with the tarot. But again, I don't care. Her keywords in that Oracle of Colonization are so good. Here, like this. It kind of clashes for me with her beautiful art in the Landback Tarot. But again, you know, I mean here, Righteous Rage. This is what I'm actually feeling the last couple of, well, not couple, yeah, couple of weeks, right? We're in weeks already. I'm feeling a righteous rage. So yeah, I cannot separate it. It needs to be there. This one too, Rise Up. Yeah. So I have been really enjoying this one. This, even though I had other decks in my hand and I'm shuffling to get my nerves a little bit out, you know, this is the only one that I've been able to actually pull some cards out of. So yeah, I've been really, really enjoying this. Okay, for this one, I also don't have, yeah, an oracle to show. However, I'm hoping I say her name correct. Sister Heba. She was a Palestinian artist living in Gaza. And she had some beautiful art. And she was, well, killed, you know, by the Israeli bombing. I took some of her art from her Instagram and I actually designed an oracle deck that I want to pair with this. I really used keywords that surround the issue of colonization and apartheid. And I tried to use keywords that were expansive enough that they definitely fit in that scenario. But that I can stretch a little bit, you know, when that oracle comes in, because I think I will order it next week by my printer. I will definitely show you with this. I don't know in all honesty if the art styles will be perfect, but because of what they mean for me personally, you know, I think they will work very well together. Yeah, it's not a deck, like I said, I can sell because, well, I took her artwork from her social media. I just don't, I didn't really feel, like I said, I sometimes do that, right? I take artwork and I make a deck for myself. And in this case, it was also something about I don't want to forget her, this one person. I know it's hard, right? When we're talking about thousands and thousands of deaths. Um, for me, she might in this scenario, right, symbolize that one voice for all. Um, so, like I said, the moment I saw her art and I had this deck already in my hand in that time, I was like, yes, I think I'm okay with making an oracle out of that, and also to pair it with this, because the Oracle of Colonization for me is that shadow arcana that I want in this deck, you know? So I'm not really seeing that as an oracle. Okay, that was a lot about this one, but yeah, I love this one. I'm so happy. I feel so blessed, you know? Um, when I first saw it, like I said, by the time I found out, it was already out of print. Um, and I'm really blessed that I got my hands on it. This will be a deck that, yeah, will never leave me. You know, when we're talking about if you can only save one deck, I don't feel that I would save anything if my house is on fire. I would save my daughter and my cats, and maybe some photographs, right? I might cry for my decks, but I don't think I would save any. I might actually save this one. This is a beauty. Very happy with it. But again, I don't have my oracle for it yet. I designed it, you know. I actually was done last night. And yeah, I want to give it a breather, because then I need to check spelling, you know, and I cannot do that the same day because I'm too much in it, you know. I will check it, I think Monday or something, because then in that week I can make the order by my printer. And again, when it's in, I will show it, and I will show it also with this deck. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, another deck I got. This is not a new deck. Well, I don't think any of that I showed were new, right? These are just a few that either I wanted, I was waiting on, or, well, they crossed my path. This one, the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot, I think, right? This is one I've been wanting for some time now, but I found it a little expensive. Yeah, I think it was around a 39 here. And a local online shop, for some Dutch people, if you're watching, it was bol.com. They had kind of a sale on it, so I jumped on it. It was one that was already in my wish list for some time. And yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I cannot really say I've enjoyed this one in the sense of reading, because again, in all honesty, I haven't been really reading. I did some readings. I did it in depth on my own emotion, you know, because I was feeling so down. And it was the only reading that I actually really did. Like, I really went in depth, and it took me 3 days. Yeah, I pulled the cards one day, I wrote a little bit, and then I got overwhelmed. And then the next day I did a little bit more, and I got overwhelmed. And then the next day I finished it. Yeah, and it was almost like a relief. I didn't want to go back anymore. This is how, yeah, like I said, I'm all over the place. So I didn't read with this one yet, let's be honest. Yeah. I think I did a 3-card pull when I got it in, you know, like how we're going to be working together, to see how, for me, the story evolves if I pull cards. I like what I see. I think it's pretty RWS, right? It's not, I don't think I remember any cards that are, yeah, that are far-fetched or something, that I feel like, oh, I need to think about that meaning or so. I think there was one card for me that didn't really fit in. It felt modern, because even though this deck is modern, right? There is something about it that gives it a little bit of an vintage kind of feel. And in the card that I'm talking about, her hairstyle is so modern. It takes me a little bit out of the scenery of the deck. So yeah, but again, that was one card. I can live with it. Who cares, right? Who cares? Okay, for this one, I do have a pairing. Okay, let me shuffle a little bit so that we're not getting the same kind of cards Not that I was really... Okay, we did that. The one that I love to pair with it is the Magical Botanical Oracle. I think I love the vintage of this one too. Okay, let me make some space here. Okay, let's take this one away because we're going to split that one in a second. Quick shuffle. Okay. With some of the colors, they pop a little bit too much because this feels a little bit more toned down, right? But yeah, that are just a few cards. Again, I can live with it. I can live with it. Okay. Or apparently not. It really makes me sad. Okay, let's see. Maybe go a little bit more down. Let's check my viewer. I think I'm okay, right? Yeah, I think I'm okay. Okay, so let's show a few pairings. Yeah, especially the black and white. Like I said, with these pops of color, because there are only a few, I'm not too bothered, but this is the perfection. Even if the cards are black and then there's a different kind of, the beige is like, is like in it. Well, you will see in a second. Even those work, you know. I mean, look how beautiful they look together. So yeah, I'm really enjoying these two together. And again, I'm when I'm ready, let me put it like that. When I'm ready, I think I would love to play with these two in a reading, you know. See, because they're so bright, it's such a contrast with the black and, or yeah, the beige and white kind, right? But again, because there are only a few, it's not the end of the world. I mean, this is okay. You see what I see? Because the brown and the greens, you know, it matches. It matches. But this is perfection. Yes. Okay, I have a very annoying fly here because I have my window or my door open, the balcony door. Why do you always need to come in? Go outside and play there. But yeah, these two together, I think I'm really gonna enjoy. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy. I think they look beautiful together, you know, to really have that focus and then expand, whether it's with 2 or 3 or whatever, right? Yeah, see this pink. Why? Again, that's just me, but I'm preferring this. I'm waiting for a black card. Okay, let me see. Yeah? This is beautiful, right? I mean, this works. It's also one of my favorite cards. Cannabis here. This is what I mean. Even if it's the black outside, right? Let me pull other cards. Oh, I made a mess here. You see what I mean? Even this works. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah, so I really love this combination. See, when it's this darker kind of red, I don't mind. It's that very bright red, or which would you add? The yellow, because the yellow is not yellow, you know what I mean? And there was a pink one, I think. Yeah, here the pink. Yeah, not really. But because I think there are 5 or 6 cards that maybe are highlighted, you know. Of course, you know, when you don't like it, right? These are the ones that popping up. Because even like here, the little red, yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But again, this is what I prefer. Yes. Okay, let's go to a really, really red. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I'm really enjoying these together, you know. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So yes, the Sacred Sister Tarot is new to my collection. Again, it's one I wanted for such a long time, but yeah, I refuse for some decks, especially when they're mass market, to pay indie prices, you know. I'm always waiting for the prices to go down. Yeah, and hope I can get it at a little bit of a more reasonable price, which again happened. So I'm happy. I love the bags. Oh, and this is not how they come. I did a black border on them, which I kind of like. All right. So that was the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. Yeah, and a big box. So the box is in my storage. I put it in a little baggie. Okay, next. This is also one I did a walkthrough of. I had some good pairings with it, with this oracle deck that I created, two oracle decks I created myself, and a Dinkra oracle and a Kikongo oracle card, whatever. I'm still looking for this one because I know it will not go anywhere. It's a melanated deck. I love it. I'm still feeling out how I want to implement it. Yeah, that's basically it. It's I will put the walkthrough in the description if you haven't seen it yet. It has a great balance between light and dark, you know. At the same time, like I said, I don't know yet how I want to work with it. Will it just be an oracle? Because I do love to pair, even if I pair with multiple oracles, you know. So there was one, like I said, my Kikongo and a Dinkra that really gave great messages. So I might play with that a little bit in the future. But yeah, again, I love it. I just don't know yet. And in all honesty, that could also be my mood. Like I said, you know, I've been so out of it in the last, well, almost a month now. I'm really trying, and then, yeah, it's just not working the way I want it to, you know. So that might be it. I might need to give it a little bit of time to see where this is going. So yes, I love the deck. Like I said, in my walkthrough, I did show the pairing of the Adinkra and the Kikongo one. I don't want to show it again in all honesty, because even though the Adinkra is available on my Make Playing Card shop, the Kikongo isn't my creation. I mean, I made it, but I replicated it from another deck. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my personal, those are two personal decks that I'm just using in my practice. And again, the Adinkra is available, but yeah, the other one not. So yeah, I don't want to show what you cannot do. I mean, the original you can get, don't get me wrong. And I think in this walkthrough, I also put her website in the description. So I will link the walkthrough, and then you can, well, check it out and see. So I don't know yet exactly how I want to work with it, but I do know it ain't going anywhere. Okay. Another new oracle that came in was the Black Moon Lilith. Okay, I had opinions. I gave my opinions, you know, in my walkthrough. There's again a walkthrough of this one. There's a lot I love about this deck. I did go through the book. I love the alchemy. I love the personality types in here. I love the Black Moon Lilith in the signs. I love the backgrounds in this deck. I'm not a fan of the computer generated people. They look like people from well, I compare them with like GTA, right? Is it GTA? I don't even know, because I'm not the big gamer, but I did play in my day when I was younger. They look like these computer game kind of characters, you know, on the PlayStation or the Xbox or whatever. And while some are in like further away, I don't mind it because you don't really see that. Some are a little bit darker, so I can live with that because it's not up close. But yeah, when they get lighter and you see, well, facial expressions, it becomes very hard for me. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm trying to breathe. And yeah, let it be whatever it is. While this is not the end of the world for me, I hate this dude. Her face you see less, but this one, for example, every time I see it, yeah, it's like a visual reaction, you know. So yeah, like I said, this is new. Haven't played with it to the full extent because, well, again, same story, you know, all these came in this month. This month sucked. So, however, in my walkthrough, I also showed it with the She-Wolf Tarot. Oh, yeah, let me take the guidebook, you know what I mean, right? Because when I ordered it, in my mind, I was already like, this is gonna be my pairing. And I was really hoping that that would still work after I got it in. And it kind of does. Okay, let me put it down and let me check my screen. I think it can come down a little bit, right? Yeah, I think that's okay. So even though this is really pastel kind of backgrounds, okay, this one, but others are definitely other colors, I think still it is beautiful. I really love this combination. Again, I just need to pretend they're real people and, well, just watch with one eye. Because again, this for me, I love, you know, because this too is like almost another round that we're in, right? A different dimension, and this kind of gives me then that same feeling, especially with the computer people. So yes, I really enjoy these. If you didn't see my walkthrough of this one, you know, where I mentioned it, the art is not AI. When I got it in, for a second I thought, is this AI? Is this AI? Then I was Googling with that question in my mind, and the artist Instagram popped up, and the first thing, the first sentence, yeah, my art is not AI. So it's not AI. Still weird though. No disrespect. I just find it still weird. But they work together, you know, they definitely work together. Would I have loved to see real people here, or even painting kind of drawing or whatever? Yes, you know. But the substance of the deck is good enough for me to, well, give it a break in the sense of the peoply people. Well, the not peoply people. See, when this is like on the side, right? I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. In the back, so you still see it if you really go up close, but it's darker, so again, I'm not really seeing it. Okay, enough complaining. I love the combination of these two. I did a quick, well, I tried. I didn't really go deep. I just put one card and then 2 cards of these, and they read, you know. I did a surface level reading, and they definitely were communicating. So I put them together in my cabinet, you know. They will definitely be working together in the future. Yeah, this is the only card with this kind of coloration. It ain't working. This is beautiful. This, But again, that's really personal probably here. See, I say that and now you have the same coloration here. Huh? That's kind of funny. Decks are calling me out right on camera. So yes, these two, really liking them. I think if you don't have the She-Wolf, this would also work with the Serpent Fire Tarot. If you have that deck, for example. But for me, the Serpent Fire Tarot already has a companion oracle that I love to work with together, you know. So for this one, this is perfect. Yeah, no, not this one. I just can't. I can't. I want to, but I can't. Okay. Anywho. You see what I mean? Let's stop here. The colors are matchy. We like that. So yes, the Shield Tarot with the new Black Moon Lilith Cosmic Alchemy Oracle. Wait, that's a mouthful. I just say Black Moon Lilith. And then people gotta understand me because I need to breathe. Black Moon Lilith Cosmic Alchemy Oracle. It is a beautiful name though. I'm just messing with y'all. Okay, where's the rest of that deck? Here. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, you see what I mean? Here, you don't really see it, so I don't mind. But here, when you're up close and personal, yeah. And there's, for me, I think, yeah, especially when we're talking about faces, yeah. In something like this, you don't see any emotion. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of miss that. Either don't give me faces at all, but not generated faces that don't... I mean, like this. Because the faces are covered with masks, right? I don't mind. I don't mind. In all honesty, I think there are some that really annoy me. Not even all. Some really annoy me, but not all. But it's still good enough. Yeah, it will not go anywhere. It will just be me complaining to it, then I use it, and then I go complain again. Black Moon Lilith. Okay, let's see. What did we do? Okay, next one. I know. I was in my secondhand shop and I picked up 2 decks. I will show them together and then I will break them apart. Yeah. Final Revelations Tarot. Never saw it. Looked on TarotTube, YouTube. You know, couldn't find anything. Yeah. It's missing the guidebook because there is space. Yeah, I already etched it. I will show this one in a second. And I saw this, and I had my eye on this deck for some time now, you know, and I could not make a decision because, again, it ain't cheap. I checked online because I thought it was a bigger box. Turns out it is a bigger box. It's a fake, this one. It was €2. It was already in a second-hand shop. I was like, I'm gonna take it because I need, by taking it, I can actually make a decision if I want the original, you know. I have now all cards in my hands, what I will be doing with it. I don't regret it, not gonna lie. I have now the website ready, you know. When my budget allows, I will definitely get the original. Okay, with this one, I will come back. Let's start with this one. The thing is, when I got it, yeah, I was like, well, maybe it's real because it has a booklet. And it even has a card that says Certificate of Authenticity. I mean, this is craziness. I know for sure it ain't a real one because when I got home, you know, I kept checking, and the tin version was only, yeah, on, well, shady-ass sites, you know? Because, again, I got it secondhand. I'm not gonna be, well, too harsh on myself. It gave me the perfect excuse to really look at them and actually really fall in love with them. Site is open. I will get my original copy. But this is craziness. I mean, there is a tin. There is a guidebook. There is a certificate of authenticity. I'm sorry. Yeah. The deck is high freaking quality. There's still a part of me, well, it's the part that wants to be right, but no, it isn't, you know. That feels like, no, this needs to be real, right? This is craziness, not gonna lie. It's pure craziness. All right. Anywho, again, I'm not mad at myself in all honesty because this is one that I had my eye on for some time, but it's expensive. What if I didn't like it? It's a certain type, right? So yeah, for €2, I wanted to try it. I was like, I'm cool, you know, I'm cool. And again, the quality is craziness. I cannot believe that this is a knockoff, you know? Okay, anyway. So I was doing my thing, you know, I was looking at it. And in which video? Did I do a pairing kind of video? I think I did a pairing kind of video. Yeah, my mind is blurry, you know. I mentioned, let me put this aside. It will, I will come back to it, I promise. Oy, I'm messing up my camera. Let me check. I think it's okay. Okay, I was talking about pairing, or my pairing. This was my original pairing. I have the my Seals of Solomon deck. I have the Fallen Angel. Yeah, this was my original pairing, you know, Fallen Angel with the Seals of Solomon. Then I was cleaning out my closet and organizing and stuff, and I had this one, okay, here we go again, the Cartes Divisionator de Algaril. Yeah, I suck. I don't know, you know, my deck, let's call it the deck. So the deck, you know, was in my hands, and I just went through this one, and so this one was still fresh in my mind. And then I had the box in my hand. I was like, oh, I think they would pair great together. And I was right. Long story short, I was right. So I made kind of this combination, you know, really loving it. Then, yeah, the Madhouse Tarot came in, and I was like, oh my god, because we have the seals, then we have the other seals. This is already also with the Goetia. This is kind of, well, esoteric to begin with, right? I love these together. Let's because we cannot do that with all the cards. Let me shuffle and pick a card and show you how this would work. Okay, let me see. So I start always, yeah, with my Seal of Solomon, right? My seals deck, yeah. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing the whole ritual thing here. Okay, let's pick a card. Yeah, we have here the 7th Pentacle of Jupiter. It has great power against poverty, right? Okay, how would I read that? Am I still in the screen? Sorry, I'm trying to stay in the screen. How would I read that? You know, power against poverty. Sometimes when it's harder for me in the seals, I will pick one and I will see what comes down. Most of the seals I can definitely directly make a connection. I mean, for me, poverty, in this case, it doesn't even have to mean financial, right? Or materialistic. It can be poverty in your mindset, yeah? So let's get a Fallen Angel card. I don't know why I'm shuffling and acting like this are all real readings. See, conflict, yeah? I'm going in this case, yeah, with my initial assessment of a mindset, right? Because there's somewhere, yeah, some conflict going on, and I need to, well, empower myself, you know, against that, yeah? Against that poverty kind of mindset, yeah? All right. Again, I'm okay. So we have here card number 6. I love how these yellows come back here. You see what I mean? I mean, these two are amazing together. Okay, let's see, because I got decks on top of other decks on top of other decks. Okay, so number 6. The great part of that one is a French deck, but it only has numbers, and the booklet, the first half is in French, the second half is in English. Ain't that great? Great. 6, the bridge. Spiritual connection, phase, change, passage. The bridge is a card of transition. It represents what is in between. It spins the link between life and death, and thus symbolizes physics, but also people above 50. Psychics, sorry. Psychics, but also people above 50. In past life readings, it would say reunions in the present life, linked destinies, you know? So transition, right? I mean, we're in a very transitional phase in season-wise right now, right? So that might actually be, yeah, how that might be an influence in that mindset. Okay, anyway, I don't know why I'm doing a whole reading here. I just wanted to show you how they work together. Ain't it great? Ain't it great? Ain't it great? I'm just really having a love affair because I'm still on the screen. Why? Because like I said, I've been working with these two for quite some time, you know? And then I think it was last week or the week before, I think it was last week, right? I don't know. The weeks are flowing together. I put this one there, and within the span of, again, a week or two later, I also now have a tarot, yeah, that really works with this. And I'm gonna get the big one. I want the original one because I want the bigger book, you know. But I think, not gonna lie, I'm still gonna be using... Am I still on the screen? I feel like I'm totally out of screen. Okay. Better? Let's hope it's better. Okay, this gotta do. I will put it a little bit on top. Okay, lost my train of thought. I just love that while I went from 2 to, well, 3, which was really lovely, and I was loving it, and everything was perfect, and now I have an extra layer. I mean, I'm really, really happy. So, yeah. I'm really struggling here. Anywho, you know what I mean? I mean, the colorations, everything works. So I'm definitely gonna get the bigger, or the original set of these. I love it. But even if I get the original set, I'm not going to get rid of my teeny tiny one because I kind of love the tiny one with this, you know. But if I really want to spread out, I think the big one, yeah. I'm saying I love the tiny one. I'm normally not really a tiny card person. I'm going to say that, and there's going to be a tiny one again in a couple of minutes in this video. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get the original. I love what I'm seeing. This works. I love, well, not me, not really like the madhouse crazy, but I love the craziness of what I'm seeing. Some are very humorous, you know. Again, this is why I want the big book. I want to dive a little bit deeper because, I mean, this is insanity. I need to, well, this is why I can believe, you know, it's kind of a knockoff. I need to take a picture and zoom in because this is too small. Because from here we go directly into the meanings. And they're very generalized in a way. So I don't know what I'm going to expect of the real guidebook. But yeah, again, it's going to be a deck I want it. Because I've been working with the Seals of Solomon for so long. And then when I got Fallen Angel like years ago, right? This was so amazing. And I've been working with a deck I printed myself on my homemade printer, right? This one I recently got because I designed it in Canva. Like my other decks, but I was like, why am I not making this deck? Why am I still working with this shitty cardstock? So I kind of did. I'm happy I did. Shameless self-promotion. This deck is available on makeplayingcards.com. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this combination. So new to my collection, Madhouse Tarot. I'm pairing it, yeah, with the Fallen Angels Oracle. The deck. I'm gonna say it. The deck. Available on Amazon. The deck. And yeah, again, my Seals of Solomon, you know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I think this is beautiful. I really like it. I'm really getting excited about this combination. I think also, like I said, because I've been working so long with these two, and then with a time span of 2 weeks maybe, I found 2 decks to really expand this kind of reading I'm doing. So again, I'm really happy. I know it's not a real deck, or, well, it's a knockoff deck. I mean, it's a real deck. It's cards. It's pictures. It's a real deck. But it's a knockoff, you know. Not cool. But because it was in a secondhand shop, somebody was going to buy it anyway. Might as well be me, especially because I had my eye on this deck for some time now. And now I know for sure I will not regret it. It will definitely have a place in my collection. So yes, let me... I need to put them back because otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Because I don't have enough space here. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Okay, where's my baggie? Okay, this one is for this one. And like I said, normally I would love to put it just aside, but because we have multiple decks laying around, they need to be put in place. So yes, this is my Seal of Solomon with the pentacle on the back. Very simple. I mean, I just wanted some durability, and I love the a little bit of a vintage feel it has, again, which I like. That fly is annoying me. I don't want to close my window. Oh, I'm messing around again. Sorry. Okay, we're just gonna put this here. Yep, scream is still okay. Okay, this one aside. So I did this side. I did this. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh yeah, we talked about this one, huh? Final Revelations. In my Scorpio... Was it in my Scorpio decks that I did that pairing that we just did? Maybe. I don't even know. So, in that same secondhand shop, I found this. I did the etching. Every etching I done so far in the last couple of weeks, yeah, is black. It's already shuffled because I was playing with it. Well, not playing, I didn't do readings, I was just looking, you know. But I did do the etching. Like, everything is ready for the time I'm ready again. I've never seen this deck. Apparently it came from Etsy. I checked it out later when I got home. It's from, sorry, Alicia Verenich. Yes. I don't know if I said it correctly. Anywho, it's from Etsy. And this is why I was like, because it was a little bit loose in the box. And I saw on the Etsy side that there was a booklet. So I was like, I don't think that the person who sold it, you know, put the booklet back. But I don't mind. Yeah, I think I can understand what's going on mostly. And it's very vibrational in colors and the landscapes that we're seeing. So I can work with this. I can definitely work with this. So when I was doing this, when I was looking through it and then I was etching the deck, you know, I had a thought. This is not an oracle. Well, this not, but the one that was in my mind, you know. But it gave me the same vibrations. So let's get it directly, you know. I've talked about the deck multiple times. I have no pairing for it oracle-wise, which is driving me bonkers, is the Shrine of the Black Medusa. I love it. It came in my collection, and then I had a moment with it because, well, it wasn't what I thought it was. I was being snobby, like it needed to be what I wanted it to be. Then the deck kind of called me out. And it was an immediate love affair. Apparently, I like to be called out. The colorations, of course, now we're going to put some together that might not work, but normally. This is very busy and there are a lot of people. And then there is a busyness and a calmness at the same time, which I find very fascinating. I want to be working with them together. Okay, let me show you some. Because the colorations, yeah, they are beautiful together. I'm hoping that what I saw when I put them together will also come across here. Of course, now it's not gonna do. But in all honesty, even if the colors don't match, I still feel them vibrating together. So I'm kind of liking that. And I don't understand why nobody has this deck or showed this deck or made a video about this deck. What's going on, people? I mean, this is a great deck. I love it. I really, really like it. Okay, fly, leave me alone. Go play outside. So yes, I'm really enjoying this combination. What I was thinking, because this has borders and this doesn't have borders, yeah. What I was thinking about, okay, let me do a shuffle. I don't know why, I feel like I need to do shuffle. I'm wasting time on this video by shuffling decks, which is not necessary, but I keep doing it anyway. Okay, I was thinking this. Yeah, I was thinking I will pull one Medusa card, and then I will sandwich them in with this deck. This is what I was thinking about. I'm still liking it, even now. It's a good sign, right? I'm still liking it. I mean, it's tarot on tarot, but I do that multiple times, you know. I mean, here, it's like we're in this thing, window kind of thing. Even here, the colors, right? I really like this. Yeah, I think I will really enjoy these two together. Because I talked about this as one of my, well, Scorpio energy decks, kind of, well, how I feel that energy. Because for me, this is almost like a look in my own brain. I'm all over the place. There's so much going on. My brain never stops, you know. Sometimes I wake up exhausted, and I feel like even in my sleeping, you know, my brain was still working. So because this is so busy and there's so much going on and there's so much happening, you know, I kind of feel sometimes that this gives me some clarity inside my own mind. And this, like I said, there is something that's equally busy as relaxing for me, which is really weird. I mean, they're opposites, right? And I feel like these two opposites are brought in this deck, and it works. I'm sorry, I'm not doing this one. And the colorations, I feel like the colors, when you place them together, yeah, they're really the same kind of colors. I really like that. I mean, the yellow from the sun, the red, right? I can find the colors back, which is really fun. I really like it. So yes, this combination I'm really enjoying. Again, not gonna lie, this came in, what's the name again? The Final Revelations. I think I got this a couple of days ago. No, it was last weekend, sorry, because this is when my daughter and I went into the city, and there is this great bookstore which has secondhand books and stuff. And my daughter always tries, well, to jerk me away from that direction, but she needed something. And there's this sports store next to that shop. And she was like, oh, Mom, I need to go there. Please don't go inside. And I was like, I cannot promise you nothing. But besides secondhand books, they also have tarot decks. Secondhand, new, whatever, you know. And like I said, when I was in that store, these two were there. I could not say no. Like I said, I knew this wasn't, I knew this was a knockoff, but because it was like a deck that was already on my mind, I was going back and forth. I cannot say I regret it. This really gave me a great insight into this deck. I found a pairing, you know, that really worked for me. And again, I will definitely invest in this case in the original. Okay, anywho, let me put these aside. Last deck. Okay. People, calm down. This was my deck. I got the Lubanco Tarot from a friend. I didn't know. I found out yesterday when I posted online because, well, I got pissed off. I did something. My friend didn't like the deck. She gave me the deck. I didn't know the deck. I went through the deck. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago that she gave it to me. I went through the deck and I had this urge, yeah, to modify it and take the borders off, you know. I was very anxious yesterday, again, when they cut communications off in Gaza. I was very, well, I was all over the place and I couldn't find a center. So suddenly I was like, you know what, I can watch news, yeah, and chop and modify my deck at the same time, right? That's not a good idea. This is not a good idea. I should have known, but I didn't. I didn't listen anyway. So I started. Everything was going well. I did 3 sides. Everything was looking perfect because I wanted to keep the titles, right? On the bottom part where the titles were, the only thing I wanted to cut was a little bit of the gilding because, well, everything else was cut, so the gilding needed to go, right? Yes, I did it. I didn't pay attention. There was major bombardment happening and I didn't pay attention. I put the card in there. I measured. I taped everything the Don Michel kind of way, right? I put the card again in there. I chopped the freaking whole border off. So with the name. Yes, I did that. I was so annoyed with myself. However, let me quickly go to however. When I was done, because I ended up then also trimming a little bit extra the other sides, yeah. Basically, I took all the borders off and I ended up with a teeny tiny deck. People don't hate me because somebody in the group, when I posted a picture of me cutting off the title, somebody said, oh my god, that is the Lubanco Tarot. It's apparently out of print and highly sought after. Okay, people, you can kill me later, yeah? I was really annoyed with myself, don't get me wrong. However, it kind of worked, you know? Let me show you what I have left. I studied for especially the court cards so that I could remember which was which, right? I know all the cards. I know all the cards. I don't need the titles anymore. Even though, again, it was still not my intention. I just made the borders here a little bit smaller. And here I just wanted to get the gilding off to, well, be able to edge it black, you know. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. I mean, this was an original kind of size, like tarot standard size. Yeah, it's not that anymore. Again, please, people, don't kill me. I mean, it's my deck. It was gifted to me. I can do with it what I want. This was not what I wanted to do. It ended up, well, doing that by itself. But again, I was really annoyed. And then when I was done, and even before I edged already, you know, because, well, the edging really needed to happen. But just when I went through it, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Somebody in the group was like, oh, happy accident, right? Well, I think so. I actually think so. Again, I know some people are like, oh my god, what did you do? That is out of print. But again, my deck, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. However, yeah, I was looking for an oracle and I had a really hard time because I was like, well, maybe I need to buy something for it, you know? Because, well, this, what I'm going to do it now with is Earth and Bone. This is the indie version. There is now a mass market version. If you want to see a walkthrough of the mass market, I will link it in the description below. Miss Kelly from The Truth in Story did a great walkthrough of the mass market version. I have a hard time separating this deck in this moment from my Somnia Tarot. The Somnia Tarot for me has high Scorpio energy. You know, it's one of my favorite decks when it comes to Scorpio energy. I made a beautiful oracle to pair with my Somnia Tarot. However, when the the months, the season of autumn, fall, you know, comes in, I really love it with this. Yeah, I don't know, it does something. So at this moment, I'm kind of having a hard time separating this deck from my Somnia. But then I was like, well, I'm not really reading anyway in the last couple of weeks, you know. Let me pull it together. And I kind of like them together. They're beautiful together. So let me show you. So modified Banco. Oh my god, I really suck. Let me see, because I have the booklet here. The Lubanco Tarot, yeah. And the Earth and Bone Oracle. I think they go great together. I love them together. But again, I'm having a little bit of a hard time, even though I'm not reading. I don't want to be separating this from my Somnia. But yeah, we will see. I think this will become a pairing for sure. I can just take this one in this October, November, a little bit of December. And then I will take it away from this and I will put it with my Somnia, you know. And then the rest of the year, these can work together. So the Lubanco, you know, this one, this is not my normal art style. Again, this was not a deck I knew, I looked after, whatever, you know. My friend was like, okay, I don't like this deck. I think I know why. The Lovers and the Devil, apparently people have a problem with that. I can see why I don't have a problem with it. However, I love the earth kind of energy this deck gives me. I think there's only one card that you see somebody inside, you see a kind of window. The rest all feels naturey to me. Even if you cannot see like scenes like this, it still feels naturey to me. Except that one card. Like here, we don't really see a back yet, maybe. This? Yeah, even this feels very naturey to me. So, I don't know, it has this great kind of earth. Okay, I know what it is. It has an earth and bone kind of energy. So, again, the art style is nothing I think I have even remotely in my collection. Yeah, very weird, but I'm enjoying it. Even though, like I said, major disaster with me chopping off names, you know. Because also, I'm not, again, a fan of a small deck, you know. This really is small. I think it's now playing card kind of size. Which is very different, right? I hope you can see a little bit of these cards, because, again, the indie version is very dark. I put a light on, especially for this deck. I hope it is, well, clear enough. But yeah, again, this is so not a deck that I would normally choose, you know. I was a little bit surprised with myself that I actually enjoyed it. I was like, this is so not you. And still, I'm kind of enjoying it. Again, I had major drama with this deck within 4 days, you know. Even though I love what I see now, I cannot forget that emotion, that moment. And, well, you want to know the funny part? The first card I chopped, you know, that actually was wrong, that I actually chopped the whole name of, yeah, it was the Ten of Swords. I mean, that was so, well, it was very predictive. Let me put it like that. It was very predictive. Oh my god, it sucked. My heart dropped, you know. I was doing and I was modifying and I was paying attention, and then I wasn't paying attention. And then everything, well, everything went to hell. But again, once I was done, like I said, that first chop, again, it broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I was like, what have I done? What have I done? And you cannot go back, right? I mean, it's not like I will tape it together. I mean, that would annoy the shit out of me. So it's not like I can tape it together and just go about my way. So by the time the first name was chopped, I didn't have another choice, right? I needed to chop all. So yeah, that's what I did. And again, by the time I was done and I looked through them, I was again actually pleasantly surprised, because now all the black around it was gone and I could really focus on the art, right? Because the art is already busy. Maybe that border was okay in a sense that it would calm down a little bit. For me, again, I just wanted to make it smaller. So, anywho, I'm pretty sure that this will be the pairing for it. I really love it. Probably because it has that earth kind of energy too, right? And this Le Banco one, it really feels, gives me that earth energy. But yeah, just I think it's this period that I have a really hard time now separating this deck from my Samya. So, however, again, isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful black, and yeah, again, I still want to be annoyed. I just can't, because I'm actually loving what I'm seeing, you know? It's really earthy. I don't know what it is exactly, because like I said, it's so not me. It's really so not my normal style, and then yet, you know, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing here. And I think the earth and bone is actually really good for this, because this is now very busy, right? Because I took all that black border off, and then that oracle will be the breathing space, right? Because even though sometimes that oracle, there's a lot going on too, but because it's darker, right? It gives that space of, well, again, the breathing kind of space. Again, I'm very surprised by myself that this was a deck that, well, like I said, because when I got it, I wasn't sure, you know, and then I got that urge. I really got that urge, you know, to take those borders off. And I shouldn't have done it yesterday. However, everything happens for a reason. At least that's what I believe. So when I did that, you know, and I ended up with this final product, even though I'm not the biggest fan of smaller decks, yeah, this will definitely work for me. I'm still not sure why I'm so loving this deck, you know, but I do. I'm really, really enjoying this. Maybe that was the part, right, that I needed to have this deck the way it is now to actually see the beauty of this deck. Okay, that was all right. I showed it, I showed it, I showed it, I showed that, I showed that. Yep, I showed you everything new that came in. Okay, that was October. I'm expecting next week a new deck, but I will do a separate walkthrough of that one, because it's a black deck. I ordered that one like 2 weeks ago. It took its bloody time, you know, to come to me. I'm expecting it Monday. Hopefully it will be here Monday. But in all honesty, I can wait a little bit. I didn't mind it the last 2 or 3 weeks, because again, I was not really grabbing for decks, well, except my beautiful land back. I'm so happy I have this. Again, anyway, that's it. These were all the new decks that came in, plus how I paired them, you know, in how I want to work with them. All these new decks still need their time, because again, like I said, I haven't been really playing, you know, I haven't been really doing serious readings. But that will come back, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Let me know which decks you enjoy, or have your eye on. Please don't cuss me out because I messed up my deck. I already felt bad enough. And again, I don't care about out of print and all that, you know. when a deck is mine, it's mine. I can do with it what I want. This was not what I wanted. However, now I like it. So don't cuss me out, please. Anyway, again, thank you all for being here. I hope to see you all again soon with some new videos. You know how I normally end. Stay kind and be blessed. Please be conscious, you know. Please be open-minded. Please show your empathy. The people in this world, and especially Palestinians in this moment, you know, can use that. We cannot call ourselves an enlightened group of people, yeah, and not shine that light, yeah, on the people who actually need it. Don't let them stay in the shadows, yeah. Don't let them be forgotten. Please use your voice. Don't be afraid to use this voice, you know. I know that there's a lot of backlash for people who openly support Palestine. Well, with all due respect, fuck it. Fuck them. Yeah, I said it, yeah, because this is not about us, yeah. Whatever backlash we may get, yeah, it's nothing compared to what these people are going through. Yeah, I know this is how I want to end this video. And in all honesty, I never thought I needed to say that out loud. But seeing how the world is responding, I'm ashamed to call myself, well, part of this humanity, you know. We should have more humanity. Anyway, that is how I'm gonna end this video, you know. Stop the occupation, whether that's now in this moment in Palestine. It's about stop the occupation everywhere, yeah. Stop racism. Apartheid is racism. I will never support it. I don't care who you are, yeah. It's not gonna happen, yeah. And if you have any ounce of humanity in you, I know you will understand me and you will have the same thought process as me. So let's end it there, yeah. Free Palestine, people. Have a blessed day. I hope to see you all again soon. Okay, bye-bye.